What is up, Airsofters? I'm Cy from Tactical Anarchy here at Kiowa Creek with Ross from JTAC Airsoft Hosting. Ross, tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been doing airsoft and your background.
Background, I definitely came from the paintball community, so I did like 16 years of that. For airsoft, I've been doing it for about 4 years right now. I started about end of 2011 is when I got my first gun in December, and then 2012 is when I started JTAC. So that's kind of what we've been doing. We're doing kind of a Milsim, squad-based, objective-based company. So.
And we've been following you for a long time. It was about when you started. I remember when we first came out to Kiowa Creek and met you, and we just loved your game style because it's kind of an in-between. It is squad and objective-based, but it's also about having fun, which is what airsoft is really about at the end of the day. So what inspired you to start JTAC?
I attended a op here actually at Kiowa Creek a while back, before we even started JTAC coming out, and I just felt there was a lack in the community. Like I really wanted something like to get people more organized, do objectives, because that's what people want. So I wanted to take some of that ideas that from paintball scenarios and bring that into kind of into airsoft. Another reason why I got into do what I'm doing is because actually I started hosting up in Rampart Range up in the mountains, and the guy came out with some friends. He said, "Oh, Ross, you did a great job," and he had to leave early, and he left me a tip. I'm like, "Why did you leave me a tip?" And I was like, you know what, I can really, make a little money. It is a business at it, help support the hobby because we love airsoft. And then I was like, I can really change the community. And so that's why I started JTAC. So.
Awesome. And what separates you from the other Milsim hosts?
What separates us? Definitely, we push the objectives. We like people. If you have an objective, there's something, a reason to fight for. It actually does. It makes people think, like, man, I can push harder. I can push faster. I can work as a team. Compared to like other Milsim companies who, we like our medic rules, but when we do our large scale operations. We want to make sure people always stay as a squad. And if you get shot, you get to run back to respawn, and then you come back. And you lost your squad.
Yep,
and then and it happens all the time in large scale national operations. And so I'm like, well, why don't you just stick with your squad? And so that's why we try to separate ourselves with giving, what can we? It's not what we can do better than our competition, but what can we do different from our competition? And so doing that different actually keep people together, and they never get lost. And
it helps build the camaraderie within the game and your squad and that.
Correct.
Because we've attended some of your national ops and been put in with randoms, and you have to just meet new people and immediately kind of mesh together in those squad-based scenarios, which is fun. It really is. Tell us about one of your unique game types, whether it's Milsim or less Milsim, because you do a little bit of both.
Right.
What's your favorite unique game you run, Ross?
Unique games. So between, just to let you know, we also do large operations, and we also do a thing called Weekend Warrior Games, which is a high level pickup game with special effects, smoke, blank fire weapons, and things of that nature. So what I think is what we do unique on a pickup game level is that we bring that mini op experience to the field. And that's I think that separates us from being different from other Milsim companies, that we don't just do national operations, but we also like to focus on the community and not just do mount sites. But we're going to be doing a game out in Baldwin, Wisconsin, at another airsoft field, which is only 80 acres. But to us, really getting to know the community first before bringing in a national crowd. So I think it's what separates us. That we like to have a personal touch to our player base.
Yeah, you guys for a long time now have just done local events here at Kiowa Creek, the Weekend Warriors, which are always a lot of fun. They're definitely worth checking out. We've had a blast playing them. Our favorite game is balls in the bucket. So it's just a simple game. You put tennis balls in a bucket and shoot each other. But it's a lot of fun. It's objective based, and it does help build camaraderie within the community, which is what we need. We know that you're going again national this year.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about your plans, both nationally and locally. What you got going on for the year.
Well, here in Colorado, and even regional to Wyoming and Kansas and Nebraska and Utah, we don't want to branch out too far right now, but we're kind of seeing where it's taken us. So we are going to be hitting Texas 2 more times this year. We're actually heading north to Wisconsin, and definitely going to be doing Wyoming and Colorado again. So we're always looking for new AOs, and definitely expanding. We're also looking at maybe getting into the California market maybe later this year. If not, it'd be kind of going into 2017.
Awesome. And as usual, you're going to do the Weekend Warriors here at Kiowa. Do you have any other local plans you're thinking about this year?
We have some secret ones that I can't really tell right now. But yeah,
secret plans, guys.
We might get
Pay attention to JTAC.
We might get 1 or 2 good games in. It's a very large indoor facility, but I could leave it at all. I could leave it at that. But there's I don't know where else we're doing anything else. Mainly it's gonna be Weekend Warriors and probably that large game, and then we're also doing another kind of a mini 1-day game called Risk. We're also gonna be hosting here at Kiowa. So basically it'll be a cap of 100 players, 5 teams, 20 players per team, and they have to battle it out like in Risk. They're actually taking parts of each continent basically. So we'll split Kiowa into a continent. So.
Oh, that sounds very unique and fun. Definitely an interesting game style. Never seen it done out here.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. So this one's a little more of a difficult question. You've done a lot of travels, as have we, and seen the different communities and how they work with and against each other in some cases. What separates the Colorado community from the rest?
That's a tough question. So. Our regionally where we're at, just Colorado and other states around us, we're still young in airsoft. I still think that we're in a juvenile stage of growth. To answer that question, we've been talking about a lot about growth in the community, and right now that we're just growing, and right now compared to other communities across the United States is that we're not fighting against each other. We're actually growing, and I think with us hosts and other hosts that you've interviewed as well, we want to keep that at a level plane where we're not butting heads against each other, and I think that's making us grow at a good steady pace and an actually healthy pace is going to make our community stronger longer in the long run.
All right, guys, that's Ross from JTAC Airsoft. Make sure you like his Facebook, check out his YouTube, click his website, and follow him on Instagram so you can keep up with all of his upcoming events.
Thanks, guys.